what's happening. Now, in this video, I'm going to be discussing alcohol and dopamine, the reward system. You know, alcohol. When we first start drinking alcohol, like we just go to the bar, have a couple of drinks, and we feel good. We feel lively. We feel full of energy. We feel euphoric. We feel happy. It's because that's why dopamine is the number one chemical, right? That will give you the most reward. That will give you, dopamine is what will make you get up in the morning and want to go to work. If you don't have dopamine in your body, if you don't have dopamine in your brain, another thing, dopamine is only in the brain. It's not in the stomach, that's serotonin. So dopamine is what makes you want to get up in the morning, wants to get you up, showered, breakfast, and out of the door, right, to work. And dopamine is what keeps you going to get promotions at work, to keep you, to get you the best outcomes at work, so you can get better places in that job, higher places, so you can make more money. Right now, money is another thing. No, that's another video. But I'm saying money will stimulate dopamine. But now, another thing about alcohol. Alcohol also stimulates another neurotransmitter, which is serotonin, which is a whole different type of neurotransmitter. It's not like dopamine; it's just in your brain. Serotonin is another thing. So, right. So alcohol as well. That'll stimulate dopamine, does alcohol, but dopamine also is responsible for you feeling euphoric. Right now, euphoria is a state of mind where you feel at peace with the world. It makes you at peace with people. It makes you like certain people that you wouldn't like. It makes you communicate in a really, really, like a really, really nice and affectionate way. Dopamine, what else? It will make you feel different types of dopamines, but the dopamine I'm talking about is the nucleus accumbens, right? The nucleus accumbens is a different dopamine transmitter in your brain. There's a lot, but the nucleus accumbens will make you. It's the type of where you get dopamine release from cocaine. The nucleus accumbens will. That's what makes people want to go out partying when they've had a drink. It makes people want to engage with people. Open up more, be more conscientious, be more focused, and just have a better life, man. Without dopamine, people are like vegetables. If you're low in dopamine, you're gonna be like a veg, basically a lot. Just because dopamine is a stimulant, man. It gives you the life that you need to have. Dopamine is life, but there's another one. Now, dopamine, I want to go through the effects that dopamine and serotonin do as well. But it's mostly dopamine. Right, dopamine will raise your mood. It'll increase confidence. It'll increase euphoria. It'll increase well-being. It will increase motivation. Now, serotonin doesn't increase motivation. That's the difference between dopamine and serotonin. All the others it will do, but the number one for serotonin doesn't increase motivation like dopamine does. People, when you're not footballers, when you're doing a match and passing it about and they want to score quick because one team wants to win, that's dopamine. The other serotonin is like, all right, I feel good, I feel all right, I want to lay down and relax. Now, I'm not saying don't do that, but you need to do it after work. That's just one bit. Now, what else does dopamine do? Dopamine is also involved in it's involved in fear as well. A lot of people don't know it's involved in fear. So, like when you're scared, or you see a dog, or you see a pit bull or a couple pit bulls, that's what dopamine is involved in. So that's dopamine being high. You see a pit bull, your dopamine will sky, and you're like, shh. It is also involved in dopamine is also involved in the fight or flight response as well. Because We need dopamine for our survival. We need dopamine to get out of bed. We need dopamine to, you know, feel affection for another woman. You know, we need all that shit. But if your dopamine's low, there's no affection for anyone. If your dopamine's low, you're even not a buster, no, I guarantee. But you know, many man know what I'm talking about. You know, no offense, but I'm talking normal, but I'm giving it to the people. People want to know this. I'm giving, and I am intelligent, and I know what I will say. I know when to say it, I know how to say it, I know. I'm intelligent. I could have been, now I could have been a fucking doctor when I was 19, 20, bro. Just, you know what I mean? But, right, let's go back to the other one. What is it? Right. Alcohol increases dopamine, but dopamine, it's not alcohol that gives you the initial effects for dopamine. It increases dopamine, and dopamine gives you the effects that it gives you. Right? Dopamine is also involved in anger. Like like people that take cocaine and crack cocaine. When they're taking a hit, if anyone troubles them, they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight because once they got that hit, the dopamine is really high, and dopamine can, dopamine can do? It can get you into big shit, man. I'm not, she can. Sometimes, sometimes, like in the future, I mean, in the past when I have drunk, I have had a couple of cans, I felt like, because I don't normally drink in it, so I felt like I had a couple of cans on to my boy, and I felt like eating. I think I had about 3 cans, and the whole night I went out, it was cheap, but I don't need to drink a lot. This is what I mean, I can go out and just have a few drinks and just feel nice. You know what I mean? But what else can I say about dopamine? I'm going to give you a lot what I'm trying to say to you lot. Because this is my channel. I've just made a note. I want people to subscribe. I want people to really subscribe because you know what? I'm trying to give back. I haven't had a brilliant childhood myself. I'm trying to give you back now. And I'm trying to give people the knowledge they need. Will I keep doing it? Yes. Right. Another thing about dopamine is it'll also cause happiness. Now, happiness it will cause if you can stimulate that dopamine all the time, right, with normal effects, not drug effects. Stimulate that dopamine all the time with something natural, and it will, like exercise as well. It will give you happiness, right? It will. But if you're drinking and doing drugs and stuff, that's not normal happiness. It's not sustained happiness. You need to get dopamine from a natural source, like a plant or an exercise or something like that, right? People say to me, will I get dopamine? Will I get happiness from a drink or a drug? And I say, yeah, for about an hour, couple of hours, yeah. But it will fade off and you'll feel crap. It doesn't work. So these people that take drugs, because the dopamine's here one time, here. That's why. You are ruined. And by taking drugs, you're killing your dopamine receptors as well. You're killing your dopamine receptors as well. So this is what I mean. People, I'd say for people that's got a dopamine tolerance, cut off everything that increases dopamine, i.e. exercise, drugs, if you take them, meditating, what else, sitting in the sun, going on holiday, stuff like that. Stuff like that, natural things. That's going to increase your dopamine. You want natural things, man. People keep saying, Aaron, is dopamine, I mean, I say MDMA, is it going to increase my dopamine? Yeah, but you're going to feel, it's only a short-term thing. Now, for depression and anxiety, and it's not to do with this video, by the way, but I'm saying depression and anxiety, never touch a drug. Be on medication, man. That's medication that will help you come past it. Right? Right. So what else does dopamine do? Dopamine is also responsible for us. You might not believe it, but dopamine is also an inhibitory neurotransmitter too, meaning Inhibitory meaning to relax, chill out your body. Dopamine, when you dopamine, if it's high, dopamine will give you no dopamine will help you stay calm in situations that you wouldn't necessarily be able to keep calm in, right? It will give you dopamine is responsible for keeping you calm as well in stressive situations. Dopamine is not all stressive neurotransmitter. He's also an inhibitory neurotransmitter, so it'll help you calm as well. Keep calm, chill, relax, well, focused at the same time as well. You know what I mean? But that's about it. That's all I can think of right now. That's what I have to give you right now. That's what I'll always do. Bring you videos that are true and not fake. And I'll see you later on.